Not today, no. I didn't think it was supposed to rain at all today, but
Yeah, it rained pretty good here for a little while. So,
yeah,
thanks for coming over.
absolutely.
But so here's where the camera was actually mounted up here.
Okay.
They ripped it off, and you can see it's all. And I've got photos of them coming up to it, with
Right.
with the beer, ripping it out. I got pictures of the ceiling up there. And,
Right. I assume those are the ones that you must have showed me earlier. Okay. And so you're saying it was mounted like up in this area right here? Or? Okay. Let me
yeah,
just.
and I have pictures of it mounted there too.
Okay.
I have so many photos.
All right. Where do they live at?
Right here.
In this one here? Are they home now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
The dog, neither of their vehicles are here.
Okay. All right. You mind if I take a look at a couple of those pictures that you showed me earlier today?
Yeah. No, I got it.
All right. Thank you. I'll try not to get your floor too wet and muddy here.
So I brought another one to put up. So and I have this one, and I haven't pulled the card.
Okay.
But I already have pictures of them doing it, so
Right.
I don't really need to.
Are there any photos on that one that you know of that
I don't know. I haven't
actually
even,
okay
I
that
haven't
actually like show them taking the camera or anything like that? Just because if
Here, you'll be able to see this here.
all right.
You know what?
And then I have some cards too. Whenever you get a chance to pull the SD card and take a look at some of the pictures, if you have them like actually coming up and taking the camera off the pole.
Well, and not only that, I can request the videos
Okay.
because all I have to do is so here they are. Yeah, isn't that special?
Yeah.
So, well, and I could show you tons of pictures, but anyway, here they are leaving,
Okay.
and this is the guy I think that ripped it off,
Okay.
and he's with. Well, that's a maintenance guy. So there's him posing. That's nice, huh? Isn't that
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
Is that the guy that lives here?
No, this is the guy.
This is the guy that lives here.
Yep.
Okay.
This is one of his
Like a buddy or
flunkies.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, so I'm assuming they're out drinking and they decide, well, I don't know what the hell he did to himself, but here he comes, walks up to the camera, and then I don't know what the hell is going on here. That looks like a head, somebody's head.
Yeah, it looks kind of like someone's got a picture or something almost.
Could be, but anyway.
But well, actually, let's go back out here. That might be like a picture if there's like a portrait on the beer can there.
Oh yeah, probably could be. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because that would make sense if that's the hand,
sure.
that's the dog, and then
Sure.
if that might be the beer can or something.
Sure. And then boom,
Okay.
it's pointed up.
All right. Here,
So then,
Mhm.
I messaged him in the middle of the night in the board,
Mhm.
and I said, "That's it, you guys. I told you not to mess with my stuff."
Mhm.
And well, then in the morning it came back on, so
Right.
they put it back up after they probably sobered up and realized what they'd done.
Probably.
And then so now here she comes with a piece of yellow tape,
Mhm.
puts it over the camera so I can't see what's going on.
Right. What's her name?
Her name is Susie.
Okay.
And I can get all that for you too.
All right. Let me go grab a card quick because I'll probably have you send a few of these pictures.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Right to my department phone. Let me grab that quick.
I have your department phone right here.
Oh, okay,
I
perfect.
already have you in my phone.
Okay.
So, because I texted you.
Okay. If you'd like to, I can always grab a.
Yeah, here you are.
I can still grab a business card. So what we do is we have statement forms. I would have had you fill one
Why the hell
out.
am I sending this to you?
What's that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I was not supposed to start. This was a different Brandon. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. No worries. Let me
So
still go.
disregard these.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sounds good.
regarding something different.
I wasn't sure if there was something else for the second one I got. I was like, I'm not sure what this one's for.
No, that is me.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
Let me go grab you a card anyways, because what I'll have you do is fill out a voluntary statement form.
Okay.
If you'd like to fill one out now, I can always print off a hard copy.
Sure.
or there's one you can do it online, whichever
Okay.
one you prefer.
Yeah.
So, would you like to fill one out right now?
Just fill one out.
Perfect. Sounds good. Let me go grab that. All right.
Here's what the board president said.
All right. Let me take a picture of that as well.
I can forward it to you.
That's all right. I should be good.
Okay.
All right.
And then
Was there any other damage other than those scuff marks on the side to your
no, I don't
to your
think
camera
so.
at all, or
It appears that it's working.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean,
is there any other damage to the property that you know of?
not that I know of at this point, but
Okay.
you know, I mean, again, this is my area. This is not
Right.
their area.
And I assume it kind of goes from
Yeah.
halfway here to
Yeah.
halfway
And
here. Or?
So this is for the people upstairs and
Okay.
us.
Okay.
You know, but this downstairs area is just ours. They have their
Right.
own patio.
Okay. And I assume, are they in the top
They're in the
top condo? Okay.
Yep. And I know the people in the bottom.
Okay.
So
All right. But there's nothing else that you know of that's been damaged or anything like
not
that?
I know of. I mean, I haven't. Of course, I've had the camera out, so
Right.
look at that. It's scratched.
Okay. I think online there's also a section of that includes a statement of loss and damages.
Yep.
So you're essentially just reporting the damage on there. So you know, things are like scuffed up, things like that. Maybe about the replacement cost of how much you bought your Tacticams. I know a little bit about trail cameras. I know Tacticams are a little bit on the more expensive side of things.
Yep.
So
But they work great, and that's why I'm what I'm after.
okay.
Yeah. So what happens in a case like this? I mean, I you know.
Yep. So what I can potentially do, once I have your statement and everything like that, I'll probably either give them a call or come out and talk to them as well, kind of get their side of the story, because two sides to every story kind of deal. And then just based off of the pictures of everything, and not to mention the fact that you have an email from the board saying that this is against our policies. I could realistically probably see at least a citation for disorderly conduct for, the picture of him grabbing himself and harassment. Kind of get them talked to, and then we could probably see about any sort of citation for criminal damage.
Yep.
I'm not 100% sure that the district attorney would feel the need to charge anything out criminally. But they end up getting our reports and anything else that we have, any sort of body camera footage or pictures or anything like that. And if they feel the need that it's, reached the level of, a criminal offense, they can charge it out criminally. And then they have, court date, and then it's on their record and everything. So I think that's kind of what I'm thinking, just based off of everything.
Sure.
And then once
I'll lay everything out for you
Okay.
the best that I can.
Okay.
And so I'll kind of send you a timeline of kind of what happened. And,
right. So like in terms of the pictures that you'll send,
Yep.
I'm thinking, most definitely the one of like the guy grabbing himself.
the guy coming up to get the camera.
Yeah, the guy it kind of looks like he's sneaking up to grab the camera. The ones that include him like grabbing the camera, the one that's kind of pointed where it's got the dog and the face in the picture. And probably the one of her coming up with a sticky note, and then probably the ones with where you can see that obviously the camera's blocked out by something that's fairly closely resembling the color of the sticky note. If you want to send me at least those, like
and then
5
I'll
or
probably
6.
send you pictures of them coming up with drinks and
Yeah.
right up into my camera and
Yep,
flipping me off.
Yep,
and,
absolutely. If there's any of those as
there
well,
are. Oh,
okay,
yeah, I got
yeah. If there's any of those as well, if there's any of them, flipping you off,
Yeah.
coming around and messing around in your little yard here, send me those ones as well. And then whenever you get a chance, if you want to download
Yep,
the
I'll
SD
do
card
that.
pictures,
Yep.
if there's any of them,
If there's anything
like
worthwhile.
actually like taking the camera, just because you have it here and I'm feeling that there's probably a pretty decent chance of around the same time that you probably have a couple of pictures of them actually coming up and messing with the camera and taking it off and taking it up.
That thing's not the greatest. But
Right. So whenever you get a chance, go ahead and download the pictures on the SD card, and if there's anything of value that's kind of in relation to this, send that as well. You can send that either to my email here, or you can send it right to my the department cell phone.
That's that number too there, right?
Yep, that's that number 2 as well. So if you wanna do an email, that might be a little bit better.
Sure.
Just so then I have a paper trail of it as well. And then if you want, I'll have you fill out a statement. It doesn't have to be 6 pages long, but it just be a little bit more detailed with it as well.
I'll explain what happened.
Perfect.
What's been happening.
Perfect.
What I did, and I mean, I wasn't even here when this all happened.
Right.
I was in Eau Claire. I wasn't planning on coming up here. But.
Right. And then there's also a statement of loss and damages if you want to fill that out as well, just kind of detailing the damage of the camera and if there's any other damage you might happen to find. Do you have internet on here by any chance where I can just kind of walk you through quick how to do it online?
I do.
All right. So if you want to pop up the internet and go to Barron I believe it's .org. I was right. Yep. So to fill that out, go down here. You'll have voluntary statement form.
Okay.
Once that pops up, so put the case number in here. I have the case number on the back, so
Okay.
it's 24SO00449.
Okay.
Yep, and then my name, obviously Deputy Braden Gill, it goes in there.
Okay.
And then this is kind of where you fill out your information, your age, date of birth, place of birth,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff, your phone number, email address, and then this is where you actually fill in the everything for the statement.
I mean, I know you haven't met these people or you don't know them, but I mean, I think I should be concerned about my kids and stuff. I mean, having them here when I'm not here.
Right. How old are your kids?
My son is 17. My daughter should be 20.
Okay.
But she's bits of the thing.
Right. I mean, I probably wouldn't be terribly concerned about it.
With there being other people around. Maybe.
Right. With there being other people around. I mean, there's always the chance that they could potentially get some sort of confrontational. I wouldn't necessarily anticipate it, but you can't always, be predictive of that.
You see what they
right,
I mean,
exactly. So if you don't feel safe having your kids come up here, but if they feel safe, I guess that's kind of a judgment call for you. If they have any sort of issues, go ahead and give us a call, and we can come out here and if they're being confrontational, they want to fight or something, or they're trying to get into the house to. Get in here at them or you or anything like that, give us a call.
20 years ago, I'd be all in, but today
Right.
I can't, as a professional, I can't do that.
Right.
And I wouldn't do that.
Right,
so.
absolutely. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a judgment call for you if you don't feel that that you're comfortable having them come up here.
Well, but I guess my point is they shouldn't dictate whether or not I can use my property.
No, absolutely not. Obviously, you rent or buy the place. I don't know if you own it or anything.
We own it.
Oh, okay.
We own it.
So, obviously it's your property, it's your call. They shouldn't be dictating if you're able, if you feel
Just
safe
like
to come up here or anything.
Dogs shouldn't be shitting in my yard.
Right, absolutely.
dogs.
Or at the very least, if they are, pick it up.
Yeah.
They obviously shouldn't and don't need to be dictating
Right, and that's
in that
what
way.
we've been doing to everybody
And
around here.
right, and that can be that'll probably end up being reflected in my report, saying that I talked to Bill, and he states that he's afraid for his and his family's safety because he's not sure if they're confrontational or not or anything like that. So that'll all be dictated in my report as well. I'm feeling like if
Based
you
on those pictures, I'd say they're fairly confrontational.
yes, I'd also say that I don't really I'm kind of from the area, so I'm not 100% sure who's on the board. Oh, okay, I'm not okay. I'm not really sure who's on the board here anymore. However, I'm feeling if they sent you that email and you have the proof, I feel like there's going to be some sort of repercussion of, maybe they're on some sort of probation period now, or they just kind of get kicked out in general. I guess I'm not sure what the board wants to do there, so that'll be completely up to them. But I'll probably, like I said, I feel like it's more than likely that I'll probably end up writing a disorderly conduct citation, at least to the guy. I think Mark, you said his name is. Is there any chance you have
Oh, yes.
like a name
Yep.
for them or anything
No,
like
I
that?
can-
Is there any chance you also have a driver's license that I might be able to take a look at?
Mine?
Yep.
Oh,
just
sure.
because they want us to attach people to our calls, and I didn't happen to get a name or date of birth from you. I'm gonna go run this to my computer. We get a little spotty service up here with the radio, so I'll be right
Okay,
back.
sounds good. Yep.
Here you go.
All right. Oh, and I wrote their names.
Oh, perfect.
Right there.
Perfect.
So that's their name, and they're in Unit 107 in the 100 building here at Tagalong.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds good. And this is 113.
113.
Okay, sounds good. I think I told
Yeah,
them
and
133,
and
so.
we all own.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh,
I mean, I know they
okay.
do too.
Perfect.
Different versus their building.
Sounds good. If you have any questions, go ahead and give the department cell phone a call.
Okay.
That's probably the best way to reach me. If I don't answer, just leave a voicemail, and I'll try to get back to you as soon
Thanks
as I
for
can.
driving out. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
no problem.
And
Absolutely.
then I'm going to go ahead and move those cameras. I'm going to put that one up further. I'm going to get the ladder, and then that one's getting mounted up too. So we're going to get 2 cameras
Okay.
up there. And I
Perfect.
mean, they should not be coming up here touching my property.
Right,
Period.
absolutely. Especially, obviously it's your property; it's not their property. They can't
Right.
just be coming on here and
No,
grabbing your
I
stuff.
don't walk up their steps and
No.
grab their stuff.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
if you, like I said, if you have any questions, I'll probably end up issuing a disorderly conduct citation, at least for the obscenities, and then we'll kind of go from there about the trespassing. We could potentially issue citations for trespassing as well. Then I can also send it up to the district attorney, and if they feel any other citations need to be issued as well, they usually send us an email. Hey, can you issue these people a citation? We believe this fits the criteria for trespass or for criminal damage or whatever. So,
Well, hopefully we can just, snap them up so they just knock it off.
Right.
I mean, just
right, exactly. And so, sometimes, because I'll probably end up coming back, I normally work night shift, so I could potentially come back tomorrow night, just because I work tomorrow night. I could come up here, and sometimes a law enforcement presence is enough to do the trick. Sometimes it gets the situation a little bit more amped
I'm just
up.
going to mention this. Mm-hmm. They drink nonstop.
Right.
If you see him pull in with his vehicle, there's a pretty good chance
He
he shouldn't be driving.
Right.
I mean, literally.
Yeah, exactly. And if I see that, there's always, like, if I can smell it on him, then we kind of handle it from there.
I'm not saying I don't
Right.
want to get him in, but
Right.
but again, they shouldn't be doing that. I don't
Right.
do that, so why should they?
Right. Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It's just again just irresponsibility and inconsideration for others.
Right. Absolutely.
Selfish.
Absolutely. So, is there any questions that you might have for me right
No,
away?
I think that's it.
All right.
Thank you for
Sounds
coming
good.
out.
Absolutely.
All right,
No
thanks
problem.
much.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. And obviously, if it continues to happen, and you're out here, and now they're trying to be confrontational or anything, if you feel unsafe, go ahead and give us a call. We'll probably end up coming up here.
Okay.
Might take us a little bit of time because Barron's a little bit of a drive, but we'll come up here and kind of handle the situation from there.
Sounds very good.
So,
Thank you.
yep. No problem. You too. Hi.
Hi, they won't hurt ya.
Oh, I'm not too concerned. Very
No,
vicious,
no.
just like my dog. I have a
Yeah.
similar dog. So, all right. So, it sounded like you kind of already knew what might be going on.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you tell me a little bit about what's?
Well, we disagree with the camera on the big post because every time we come home, he sees us. And he doesn't even live around here. And one night, my husband took me into the emergency room, and we had her with, and he just let her go into the, from our thing right into our vehicle. And right away at 11:30 or midnight, he emails the association. It's like he's watching us all the time. That's why I put the tape on it, because I think it's a harassment. It's fine if it's in his window, but every time he sees us, you know what I mean? It's
Right,
not right. It's privacy. I'm going to get to the association too.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, by all means. I mean, technically, the camera is on his property, correct?
No, it is not. Any of the decks are the associations. We don't own any of them. Any of the property in front, none of that is ours.
Well, I believe there's also a camera in the window as well.
That's okay. I don't care about that
Okay.
because he can't see every time we come home.
Right.
It just irritates me.
Right.
I
guess I don't necessarily want to be the bearer of bad news. However, since it's it's kind of his property, and it's kind of filming you, I guess, for lack of a better term, like in the parking lot. That's a public space, correct? Like, yeah. In public, there's not a reasonable expectation of privacy. So I mean, he's allowed to surveil his property to the extent that he needs to.
I can't believe that, because it's invasion of privacy. He sees. Then, if that's the case, we're going to be selling and moving here because we're building a house. But if that's the case, then I'm going to put something and point it at him, and he's going to be frustrated. You know, I don't care about the ones in the window, but every time we come home, if he sees anything, he emails. I'm sure the association, I know the president is frustrated with him because he, you know, called and talked to me, and I'm like, you know, the guy can't talk normal. Him and his wife scream, and I'm like, dude, talk normal. Let me talk. You can have your, you know, I can have mine. We're adults, you know.
What's who's the association president?
Joe. I'm gonna contact him.
Is there any chance you have a phone number for him? I might be able to contact him.
Yeah, because by not law, but our association, he can't have anything on there. That's why I'm gonna call him. But because Joe has called me once, he called him on different stuff. I mean, like Joe says, 11:30, midnight, or weekends. It's like, really? I tried talking to the guy, and all he does is scream. So I'm like, well, forget it. So I just put tape over it because I'm like, I don't like him seeing every time we come home.
I get that. It's not always, you know, super great and ideal. I wouldn't recommend going back and putting tape on any sort of cameras or anything. Because now at that point, then we get into an issue of you're potentially going onto his property, like into his front yard area there, and we don't want to get jammed up with stuff like that.
I totally understand that, but it's all common property. All of it is. You know, so that's why I'm like.
Say two, and this is Joe.
Joe, and his last name is.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We were going to call because of invasion and of privacy, all that. I don't care, like I said, the ones in the window. But the one on there, I know he cannot have it because we can't put stuff like that, you know, on there. And
then I guess I'm curious as well because I've received a few pictures from him of stuff that's going on. Let me see if I can. Find exactly where everything's at.
Yeah, and I flashed my brights because I'm, you know, because he sees it. Sometimes we go out there just to do it because we're pissed. You know? It's like, really?
I guess I wouldn't also recommend just going out there to blatantly flip off the camera just for the purpose of it, because now at this point we're getting pretty darn close, not exceeding disorderly conduct levels of stuff. So that could potentially be an issue here too as well.
Right. I mean, I want to file something harassment on him. I mean, I really do.
Who would this happen to be?
That is my husband and his friend.
His friend? Okay. What's your husband's name?
Mark.
Mark.
Oh, he's not my husband, I say, but he's really not.
I hear you. How about this guy? Who's this individual?
He lives in Cornucopia, so he really doesn't come as often as that guy says.
Okay.
What's his name?
Butch. I don't know what his last name is.
Okay. Sounds good.
And neither of them are around because they're up north right now.
Because I guess the other issue that I might potentially have is, you know, with the camera being on the post and everything, I'm assuming, is this Butch?
Yes.
Okay. We're getting dangerously close to, you know, he's almost right on the front stoop. He's almost right on the front porch of Bill's place down there. He's coming up to it. It kind of looks like he's sneaking up to it, trying not to get a picture taken, and now at this point he's taking the camera.
Oh, he never took it.
Okay.
He never removed the camera.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
So, no.
All right. And so then, I guess I think this must be a picture of the tape. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I put the tape on it.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, I'm just being done with this. And
okay. Sounds good. So, here's kind of the issue that I'm having with it. Like I was saying, I'm gonna call Joe just to see what kind of regulations there might be with having cameras. If he's not allowed to have cameras on the post, I guess I'll have to investigate a little bit more on what I'm able to do, if there's anything that I can do about that specifically. A lot of this is going to be going through the association or the board or whoever they happen to be.
Sure.
A lot of that's going to be that. However, the flipping off and the grabbing the crotch and everything, we've probably kind of entered disorderly conduct territory at this point. So once I confirm everything with Joe, there might be a couple of disorderly conduct citations that are issued.
So how do we get him to be involved in getting a citation then?
A citation for
doing constantly, I feel like he's harassing us, constantly sending pictures, because he doesn't have our permission to be doing that, taking pictures of us.
Well, and again, this kind of goes back to it's like all the pictures are, in the common area, which is a public space, in the parking lot, which is a common space. It's a public space, it's a public area. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in a public area. It's a little bit different if he's, going up to your apartment up there and he's, looking in the window and now he's taking pictures of you guys, doing whatever, and now you're flipping him off at that point. Then it's a little bit more of a separate issue. However, the fact that we're in a public space now at this point, you don't really have a reasonable expectation of privacy in public.
Really? Because
Yes.
we were online too, looking at it all, and it says that he can't do that. Have the camera pointing at us to be able to, because he doesn't live around here and he's constantly watching the camera to see what we're doing.
Okay.
So I believe that's harassment.
Right, and it very well could be. I could definitely look into that too, and kind of ask both his and Joe's opinion on what's going on here, because I'm definitely going to give Joe a call and see what the not necessarily legality, but the compliance of association rules,
Right.
if he's able to have a camera up on the posts and everything like that. Just because
I get it.
it is his property, he owns it, so he has the right to be able to surveil it, to make sure that nobody's coming onto his property, taking his things, damaging his property, things like that. Like I said, I'm going to call Joe, see what sort of thing we can do about
because we never had
cameras being
any
up on the post.
problem until he put that out.
Right.
That's the part. And the concrete is not his. Our deck is not ours. The association owns everything on the outside.
Right.
We just own what's inside. So, like his deck.
Oh yeah,
posts,
right.
all
So
that.
so you're not owning obviously the staircase that's going up to your guys' apartment or anything
the deck.
like that.
We don't own the deck on the
Right.
front
But
or
I'm
the
assuming
back.
but I'm assuming the patio area.
None of
Is
it.
that part of it? Is that part of your
That's
property as well, or?
Yep, it's all common property. Yep.
Okay. Even the patio, right next to the door, that's all common. Okay.
Yeah, just like my deck up above. That's
Okay.
common too,
Okay.
So they take care of, the association takes care of all that
Okay.
and stuff. But please let me know.
Okay. Sounds good. I can give Joe a call, kind of get his, input on everything, and then
I know he's frustrated because we were
Right.
in Cancun doing a Zoom meeting, because Joe said I suggest that you be in on it, and I'm like, okay, so I wanted to make sure what was going on. And
Can I just get some information for? I think I have all of your information correct. Can I just get Mark's info?
Mark,
All right. Is that your guys' permanent residence at that condo there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is there a phone number that I might be able to reach Mark at by any chance if I need to contact him as well?
yeah, you can try up there. I don't know if you.
So, like I said, what I'm gonna end up doing, I'm gonna contact Joe, see what sort of issues there might be with any sort of, if he's allowed to have camera on this part of the post or whatever. Kind of get everything there, and then that might end up being my ace in the hole, for lack of a better term, of what kind of happens from there. So,
Okay.
Is there anything else that you might need me to know, or?
No, I have your number, so if I do,
Right.
I definitely.
I have a business card too. Would you like a business
yes,
card?
I would love that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be a rude person, considered a rude or harmful. Get down, baby. Hey. Person, I have my own business.
Right.
I have a huge business.
Right.
People like
Absolutely.
me.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? And for him to all the stuff he's doing and saying, I don't believe is fair.
Right. And it could be something where I call Joe, and at this point, Joe might be like, you know, we're good. We're going to take care of it, you know, through the association. It might come to that, and nothing might end up happening in general.
Right.
No citations might, like, there's a potential citations might not be issued, things like that. It could be potentially, you know, they want to handle it internally, however they want to do that. You know, I guess I'm not 100% sure,
And
so.
Right, and if you could check as far as harassment and stuff like that, because honestly, I was going to call tomorrow because I'm home tomorrow. I thought, I'm going to call and have somebody come and talk to me and hear my side of it and stuff. It's like, yeah, because no matter when I come and go, it's like he's watching us, you know, and stuff. And it's just not a good feeling. You know what I mean?
I hear you. It's sometimes it's not always a great feeling. It doesn't feel, you know, super great to constantly be, you know, surveilled, or, you know, having someone email back and forth about being, you know, oh, they're coming home, or oh, they're going back, or now their dog is in my yard, or something along those lines. It's just the, you know, with it being a public space, that makes it a little bit different. If he was, you know, coming up to your your condo or anything, and he's, you know, taking pictures in there, at that point, then we come into like a trespassing, stalking kind of issue kind of deal. But with it being in a public space, again, there's not really a reasonable expectation of privacy in there. So, you know, it's kind of the same concept of, you know, if, you know, we're out at a water park or something, and, you know, now we're taking pictures, and someone doesn't like the fact that, you know, I'm taking a picture and they just happen to be in the frame, they don't get to come and tell me that I can't take pictures. So that's kind of the general gist. Like I said, I'm going to contact Joe, and Joe's going to probably be my like I said, ace in the hole, kind of, for lack of a better term. So,
yep, and then if you could check on the harassment part of it and stuff, because, you know, I will, if I have to do something on my end, just to let him know, you know, where I'm at on the feeling and stuff, because, yeah, it's not a good place.
Right, absolutely, I get that. So, if
That's
you have
why
any,
we're like, we can't wait to get here.
right, exactly. So, looks like you guys are making a good headway on it, though.
Yeah,
looks
he
like a
built
nice
this,
place.
Actually, Mark.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then we're doing a True Affordable Homes out of Rice Lake.
Oh, yeah.
I do all their cleanups for
Oh,
their
okay, I
place
gotcha.
and stuff. So we're actually having one brought in here for us. So
Oh,
then
very
we're-
cool.
Yeah, so we're going to be putting that up for sale, hopefully at the beginning of June, and we can sell it.
The condo? Mm-hmm. Okay, I gotcha.
So we can get it out, get out of there and
Okay.
get in there.
Sounds good. If you have any questions for me or anything, go ahead and do probably the department cell phone. It's the one that I've been calling you off of. It's this one.
Okay.
Probably go ahead and give that one a call, or text me if you need to. You can also shoot me an email if you need to, ask me a question or have any sort of concerns or anything like that. And
thank you. And I'm sorry you have to
no worries.
doing this. I was like,
no worries.
Oh.
That's fine. It's all part of the job description. So.
Well, you do good. So
thank you.
Thank you for being friendly.
Absolutely. Have a good night.
And you are, like I always say to the police officers, thank you for serving and doing what you're doing.
Well, absolutely. Well, thank you. I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Have a good night.